Good morning. Yes. People don't like.
Yes, sir, you can hear. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes. And all for this thing visible, right?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay. Okay. Right. Right.
Sir, we can.
This corporate governance. One or two questions will be tested. Huh? New people also there. Are there? See. Okay. One or two questions. One. You also need. One or two questions will be tested. Like, what is corporate governance? Why it is important? Today we have classroom exercise also, but in addition to that only. Yeah? Okay. Let's start it because I could delay. Sorry. Well, what is corporate governance? Who? How? They. They mean who? Board of directors, not management. When the code of ethics practiced by accountants, that is for accountants. When the code of ethics practiced by marketeers, that is for marketeers. When the engineers practice, that is for them. But when the board of directors are practicing, that we call not code of ethics. We call that as corporate governance. Or else you can say when the professionals attached to the organization, regardless who they are, they all practice code of ethics. Then that is also we can call as the entire organization is practicing code of ethics. So let's replace the term corporate governance. So that's what we have discussed now. Again, small question I will ask for 4 to 5 marks. So then give example also. Example as well. Okay. Also, I may ask why corporate governance is needed. Another question, why the corporate governance is required for an organization? Is it good? Of course, yes. But then you have to, provide some rationale, I must say. Why it is good? Rather simply say it is good. Okay. 1 or 2 questions. Today we have also interesting discussion on board of directors. Leaving the classroom exercise also. Agency theory we already discussed, and there is probability that also will be tested. You haven't yet agreed on whether MCQ or essay type questions. In about another 1 month's time, we will agree on that. Huh? Agency theory followed by this one also interesting. We call stewardship theory. This is what happened. Let's say you are a board of director. You are the you are a board of director. Appointed by who? Board of directors appointed by ordinary shareholders. Then you should work towards whom? Now, you as a board of director appointed by ordinary shareholders. Then you should work towards to whom? That is wrong. Even though the ordinary shareholders appointed you, you should not only work towards ordinary shareholders. That is wrong. What about employees? What about suppliers? What about customers, right? That we call devotion theory. Despite who being you appointed as a board of director, obvious that is ordinary shareholder. Sorry. When you work towards that, work towards everybody. Next. That we call stewardship theory. Yoga, when you have a leisure time. Hmm? Little bit of theories, let me skip, but you all can go through later for the matter of interest. Okay. Which side of the road would you like to walk? Not you like, you must walk. Which side of the road? Huh? Right, which side? Right hand side. When you walk like this, your right hand, where it is. Driving? In Sri Lanka. Driving? Your left hand side. Is it a rule or is it a custom? You know the meaning of custom? By practice. People are doing by practice, we call custom. Is it a rule that you walk along the road right hand side? Is it a rule or is it a custom? Is it a rule or is it a custom? Why we walk always like this? Can somebody catch us? You are wrong. You are walking when you walk, let's say, left hand side. Can a policeman catch? Say that you are breaking a rule? Is it a rule in Sri Lanka or is it a custom? Is it a rule or a custom? Huh? It's a rule. It's a rule. So, very interesting that not knowing even that's fine, but you always walk along the right hand side. But anyway, you all know that driving is a rule, no? Left hand side, but then work also same. Now the corporate governance. Then okay, let's forget about corporate governance. May I ask rules or customs or friendly, policeman come and say, hey Putalu, don't do this. Come, taken into the custody. You like, more rules, so you like people like, very friendly, kind of principle based. What would we like? Second one. So when you apply the corporate governance, you can either go by rules, regulations, do this, do this, do this, do this. Otherwise, or else let people to practice some of the good things. If they, break, you call them, don't do this, like principle based. So either you can go by rules or you can go by principles. Corporate governance, it's up to you to decide which one is better. Like she said, I also like more principle based. Values, not the rules. Okay, so that is what the topic. By the way, best directors discussion. All these are related to corporate governance. Huh? Here. Now you know who are the directors. Directors are the individuals, group of people appointed to run the show. By who? Ordinary shareholders. They only appointed. When you come to company, you know, in Sri Lanka, forget about Europe, very popular, Australia, New Zealand. They are the one practicing accounting. However, when you open on which country is practicing accounting well? New Zealand, Australia, some of the Europe countries. But Sri Lanka also, we are practicing very good accounting. And those countries, they like Sri Lankan accountants. You have a very good market there, but my request is serve here. But if you want, you can go, no problem. Because they believe Sri Lankan accountants very trustworthy. Okay. But that's good, right? Okay, so now when it comes to board of directors, there are, you know, some categories of board of directors. Board of directors. Online people can see what I am writing. Sorry. Can you all see the screen? What I...
No, sir, we can't see.
No, red color. Can't see, no. Red color one. This one?
No, sir, only
Huh?
smart board we can see, not writing we cannot visible.
Okay, okay, thanks.
Barang kah?
Can you all see now? But same thing I did. Now can see? Online people, somebody from the audience. Can see now?
No, sir, only whiteboard.
Doesn't matter. Okay. So the discussion is about board of directors. There are few categories of board of directors, especially in Sri Lanka. Other countries also say, but we will discuss about our country. Let's see who are those directors categories. There are two categories very, very popular when it comes to board of directors: executive board of directors and non-executive board of directors. Executive and non-executive. Very simple. Executive board of directors are board of directors, but they also work. They used to come like, you know, people like you and me, 9 to 5. Doesn't matter the time that they will stay at office, but they also work. Sometimes you call you guys, you know, finance manager, CFO, they call. They do some reports. They do work, then we call executive directors. There are also directors, they don't work like that. They only supervise. They never call you. If the directors, they don't call you, come here, I want to talk to you, should be non-executive directors. Because they can't usually engage in one. By company, according to Srilankan Companies Act, these are as per the Companies Act, non-executive directors cannot perform duties. Why? They have to act as advisors. Now, when you take these two, which category of directors powerful do you think? People who work, people who don't work can advise. Who are the powerful? Category. Executive or non-executive? Executive, they do work like you and me, day to day. Powerful. Non-executive advice. Which category is more powerful? Executive or non-executive? Non-executive directors are very powerful. The reason is, as per the company that executive directors should listen to non-executive directors. Executive directors should get the advice of non-executive directors and act on perform the duties. So if somebody asks which category of directors are powerful, non-executive directors. Which category of directors having interest, like shares? Executive, non-executive. Executive. So they have a different interest, profit earning and all. But non-executive directors, they don't have. That's another reason. That's why they are the powerful. They are very independent. But we have later independent and independent. But I know, but here also I want to explain. Executive, non-executive. Then we have the independent half. Independent and non-independent. Actually, it doesn't say non-independent. Usually we say independent. Independent non-executive directors. Okay? Here we go. In the middle. Not here. Okay. Here also same. Now we know what is executive, what is non-executive. Now in between, this independent also comes into the picture. Independence already you know, not biased, impartial. Now, independent non-executive directors means there is no any single share interest of the company. They don't have any other relationships. By invitation, they come and sit. Now, three categories already discussed. Executive, non-executive, independent, non-executive. Now, my question, which category is more powerful? The way I explain. Independent means no interest at all. No shares, no family, nothing. It's like, very pure. They by invitation, they come, very senior people in Sri Lanka. But just want to say, which category is more powerful? Executive, non-executive, or independent, non-executive? To whom usually other people salute? Hello, sir. Huh? Can't be executive now, no? Executive here. Non-executive here. Independent, non-executive. The most powerful category of directors in Sri Lankan companies. Independent, non-executive directors. They're very powerful. All the other directors are listening. Because you know why? If they tell something, there is no any interest. Profit earning, dividend earning, fill the pocket. Any employees, sisters, brothers, son and daughters, no relationships. If they tell something purely for the betterment of the company, that's what the understanding. That's why others are listening. How is a really good like that? Okay. Today you have very interesting classroom exercise. I want you guys to sit like board of directors today. Later we have. Very interesting. Someday you will be so. That is a practice. Be like that. Okay, right. Last week we have discussed why the CEO and chairman should not be the same person. Am I right? We discussed. But having said, I discussed, right? Why should CEO and then discussion is here. Okay? Why CEO and the chairman should not be the same person? I discussed last week. I can remember. But having said, I already also said that Sri Lankan based company selected this time also LMD. Halish PLC. Doesn't matter to say because it's already printed. Halish PLC. Chairman and the CEO same person. And I told you how these are real characters. None other than Mr. Mohan Pandit again. These are characters, You have to learn from them. How this guy, like when the whole world, including Sri Lanka, was to come and say, hey, look, you are wrong. You are the chairman and CEO. Breaking the rules. Corporate governance. Who cares? Let me demonstrate all these are wrong myths. Let me deliver the company to highest. Characters. Real characters. Now we call caliber people like Kumar Sangatara. They are people like, very complicated. Caliber people. Okay, right. If anybody here are active to Mr. Pandit, be proud. People like them. Okay, by the way, I'm not ambassador for him, please. But I want to say the truth. Especially for people, very young people like you all. You want to see the characters and build yourself like that. Other type of directors. Shadow director. By implied name, you can understand who is shadow. Shadow means behind the curtain. Shadow means ideally we call shadow is behind the curtain. You can't see. But actually, some of the suggestions, advices you receive and you basically act on those. We call shadow director. Mostly happen in Sri Lankan private limited companies where family runs the show. Okay. There are shadow directors. Alternative director. Yeah, intelligent alternative means X is appointed director. When the X is unable to attend the board meetings, you can attend. That is alternative director. A nominee director. You also now nominated, be ready by the nominee director. But these all are directors as the company said. These are not much practicing in Sri Lanka. Governing director and all, but others are there in Sri Lanka. All these we are practicing. Okay. Now, it is also important to have some knowledge, categories of directors, but equally important, you all to know what should director. When I was working attached to one of the PLC beginning of my career back in 2007, I told, I think you guys, this on your way home. And I told you, sorry, don't be character like that. For me, it's like, how can you thereafter, act, behave? I'm the director of this company. You can have this one in your room or cubicle or cabin, Mr. So and so, finance director. But how can you go in front of people? Huh? Hello, sir. He said, "Monica, sir, you should not. But I want to tell you guys, young people, don't live by such circumstances. Live by always purpose. If I am the finance director, everybody consult me on any finance matters. No need to be a qualified chartered accountant, doesn't matter. But you are so that's what I want to say. Now, see, basically two duties directors must go for. The duty of trust, the duty of skill, sorry. The duty of trust, duty of skill. Because I took the word to make it easy for in editing, but they can't see. Anyway, now trust should be at Pinnacle. Skill also must be at Pinnacle. Must be at Pinnacle. I know some people, I know some people, they go through financial statement. Okay. Cash flow is done. හරියටම කියනවා issue එක. Within 5 to 10 minutes. They go through financials. No ratio analysis. Nothing. They like watching movie. That we call skill. Okay. That we call skill. Okay, by the way. Care diligence, the other day we discussed. Okay, the other day we discussed. Always be careful on what you are doing. Diligence at its highest possible to be maintained. Directors, like I will not test in your paper, but for the matter of interest only. There are some other things like, act in good faith. Okay. Knowledge, skill that we all discussed. You know who are the non-executive directors now? Supervisors. So you always must supervise, advise executive directors. Chairman is the boss of the board. See, not only chairman plan and run directors meetings and all, but ensure that other directors training, development, performance, everything. Boss of the board. Leadership. Yeah, those can understand. Okay, now what I want to say, yeah, you are a chairman. What's happening? Training. You must say yes. Then you become a chairman. of a listed company. He's a you will still maintain that friendship, or you going to be kind of not I am the boss, but different person. Which one you think interested? Be friendly as other directors. Kamak ne, prashnayak ne, magete. Yeah. First and the last. Next time, how? Second one. You know, it depends, some people don't like, but if we allow rest of the board members to do mistakes and the chairman wants to entertain, where we are going to end up with, we are happy because we are having piece of cake, cup of tea, the senior doing wedding. What happened to the people on the road? I mean to say the rest of the crew, including only shareholders. Innocent people. Don't let that to happen. I don't request the chairman always supposed to be such, I am the boss person, but more than 75%. That's what I want to say. Then, leadership, basically. Who has invented the motor car? Motor car. Today also you have on the road. Motor car. Who has invented? Are you guys serious? Or how is it? No, James? No, not Vince. Huh? Executive Director? That is all. Who has invented the motor car? Wait, time authoring. Henry Ford. Ford. Boys like craft and all that. Still you have Ford. Henry Ford invited the engineers. Guys, come on board. With also the engineers again, board. Let's do some magic to the world. Again, concept paper got them. Then Wright brothers wants to have this one, aircraft related this one. Motor car for the first time to the world. For the first time, the engineers it's in the research paper. Search Google. They all say, sir, we will do like this. Majority said, let's do a motor car like a horse. Then the Henry Ford. Thank you for all your contribution. I'll make my decision. He himself did the blueprint. Today, still after many years with AI and all, even Tesla do the same COVID, same structure motor car. Characters. Again, Henry Ford. One can again, I will in that reject the leadership. When the Steve Jobs, very small, his father used to paint the fence. Steve Jobs is very small kid. Colors inside fence area. Yeah. Be carefully, father. Atulate. Asana. Outside is like, then the sun was reaching. I have a question. Yes. There's no point that, inside the fence like this, because it's only we can see. But what about others, outside? People walking the road. They want to see our fence is very beautiful. That's wrong. That's wrong. Inside must be the most strengthened. That's why Apple is that beautiful. Yeah, the day he becomes CEO, he delivers. That's why it's costly plus durable. There are, I just want to say, be a chairman someday, like you said, not always ignore others, but to some extent, yeah. Okay. Right. Chapter summary, you all can go through. I have very interesting classroom exercise. Which one to take first? One by one, Karan. Let me decide the groups. This time, 6 together. 1, 2, 3. Let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 5. Together. 1, 2. 1, 3. Almost 3. What's better than? See. Oh, sorry. But I can. Yeah, sure. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Why do that better? Why did that? Make it second. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You all come together. Okay. Better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With boy and girl with these 3. Correct. And today there are some exercises. I seriously want you guys to think like Vandana ඔයගලට පුළුවන් කියලා like directors, මේක interesting කරත් audit committee එකක පොඩි වැඩක්. ඕන presentation එකක් කරන්න පුළුවන් ඉස්සරහට ඇවිල්ලා. Come on. See. Okay. Number 1. Online people, sorry, we are doing this classroom exercise. Only you guys alone. I will ask questions from your answers. Yours can do individually. Precisely because you can't be in the group. Number 1. I'm really sorry, some people can't see the board. The board can see, but I'm sorry. It's number 1. Critically comment on the effect of corporate governance on the organization, considering different phases of the life cycle. First of all, you must know what are the phases of a company business life cycle. Do you know or you don't know? Life cycle? Okay. Life cycle. Life cycle like this. Introduction, growth, maturity, declining, U-turn. Now what you want to do, you know the corporate governance. I want you to say corporate governance is good in introduction. Corporate governance is cannot practice at growth. Corporate governance okay with the maturity. Aligned to the business life cycle. You can't say corporate governance is applicable to entire life cycle. Practically you can't do. Because there are many things you have to do in introduction other than corporate governance. I'm not telling you to tell me. So take the concept, apply to the life cycle phases. We'll have about a couple of minutes. Okay, right. Effect means either you can say good or bad, or positively contributed, negatively contributed. Effect means that. It's your discussion. Let's take about 7 to 8 minutes. Number 2 homework, play the video. Being to group, how can you? This boy, make it put a group event. Huh? Sorry? Introduction phase, growth phase, maturity phase, declining phase, U-turn. U-turn almost towards trade, but suddenly companies are booming. So we call U-turn. U-turn. That's not a usual term we use. People online also, can you please attend to this? Some people like එපා වෙලා අද කාගේ. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And you are very nice people. Masih kata, tapi mengolah pelu. In 1 minute. Oh, if you're ready, also we can do, no problem. I can see many people, see the phone. It's okay. However, yesterday, in the middle of a meeting, there was a small discussion happened. Magi Israeli subsidiary company ke CEO kenek. She was saying, Vimal, I am not an accountant, but still I can learn many things because of AI. What she told, and she herself started the conversation. She know that who am I can be, but qualified accountant කෙනෙක් කියලා එකට නෙමෙයි කිව්වේ. But she said, but Vimal, also that's not nice. That's not good. I have 3 kids. I always tell them, don't use the phone and the AI if you want to, capture some knowledge. Come up, but 50-50. Not knowing, you people become mechanized. Mechanized accountants never read novels that we discuss. Anyway, eat on your left brain. When you are using, this technology in the production, as much as try to minimize. Don't let gadgets, mobile phones, AI to defeat your knowledge. Your knowledge is super powerful than any of other gadgets. Okay? Say. Now, if you want to compose a song, nowadays, song, okay? If you want to compose a song nowadays, people used to get the support of maybe AI. But, those composers, singer, even maybe if you take people like Michael Jackson, they took a lot of effort on this. Effort in the sense, still, okay, Michael Jackson bad. You know who is Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson song bad killers. So it's a very beautiful song. Okay? Only I cannot pronounce like, nobody can pronounce like Michael Jackson. Bad. Bad means bad. It's the only person on this earth bad make him a success is Michael Jackson. Millions of copies. He made this, not because of AI. Minimize what I want to tell you guys. From whom we will start. Voila. Yeah. Which phase of the business cycle corporate governance work based on? Like, introduction. Why? Okay. Why we put all these data at the beginning? So you think this is the high time you put all the corporate governance things also. What about the other phases? In which phase do you think corporate governance is not that new? Maturity. It's because of like nowhere. Like that. There's no much thing to do in terms of business. Okay. You guys think? That's a good thought, by the way. The front, this one. You all finished? Finished. Which phase you think corporate governance is going to? Which phase? Maturity. Why? So you take maybe corporate governance in sort of crucial go in this direction. That's what you're trying to say. Oh, see. Sorry, you know. I like this. For your corporate governance very important and mature. Okay, and you was all provided the rationale which I accept. They accept. And for them, maturity is the base where corporate governance is least important, and they also provided rationale, which I accept. That's the beauty. Okay, that's the beauty. And let's see. Okay, which phase do you think is least important or not? Decline. But is it right now? Is that because of that? No. The decline is not stagnant. It's like you know towards the plane, like that's a decline. It's stagnant. That's what. Okay. By the way, maybe rethink which phase least that you are which one accepted. Okay, how about this guy? That's you which phase is more important? Most important. Don't say why. Because you basically focus on the momentum of the business, whereas rest of the controls, the policies may be at a risk of undefined. So the case where everybody must also concentrate on governance. Which phase you think is important? Yeah, and the international bit, what interaction So they go on important. Okay, good. May I open? Huh? Which phase is more important? Why? Some of these stay so points, stay like this, stay upward, or even if you start upward. So let's get some support from corporate governance. And least important. Why? Oh, I see. John? Tell me, which place is more important? Why? Why? Risk management and all these things. So you think we have to bring the corporate governance in and out also there, something like that. So least important. You identify already or you think that? Interaction. Why? Because of? Yeah, and very state. Right. How about you guys? How about yourself? What are the most important things? Decline. Decline. Why? First time I heard it.
Yeah. So there will be investors and stakeholders. So if there is a corporate governance working properly, they have a confidence that it will not shut down or very low level. So to ensure the benefit for stakeholders and management in the decline phase, corporate government is very, very important to hold the business and
to support the youth.
yeah, to support the youth.
Very good. And least important
Growth.
why and growth?
Sometimes in growth we need to take some out of the border words.
Okay.
Push more things so we can just ignore it. Just go.
Okay.
Right.
Why? You all already gave the thoughts. Finally. Okay, why? You are like here. So you want to bring corporate governance in this, and they want to see which direction. Please keep that. Stage also very good. online people, sorry to call you guys like that. Anybody wants to say which space very important the corporate governance? Somebody from the online audience, please. Which space you think? Oh, sorry, you guys can't see. When it comes to, but I told, no, introduction is there, growth, maturity, decline. Anybody wants to answer the which phase is more important? Corporate governance. Yes. Okay. Okay, so now it's very interesting discussion, and I must say very happy with the most of your answers. Actually, actor reacted as board of directors, not to earmark who and who, but majority yes. Very interesting thing happened when I was asking from the front, you guys. What you said is exactly what you said, the most important introduction, right? Well, and least important maturity. But for the balcony, the maturity is the most important, like that. And some people say declining also very important. The thing is, all the 5 phases touches except introduction. I don't know what reason. Introduction, no group set, no group set important. Some said declining also important, and you all provided the rationales. What is important is not to say what is the phase. When I ask why, to say why I'm saying so. That is fabulous. You all gave a super rationale. Very happy. But last when I was asking why introduction is not that important, I like to hear that. Because at the introduction, mostly investors, founders run the show. There is no formal structures. So they were saying like that. Good. For me, your corporate governance must be strengthened at its highest at the pace of growth. The reason there are many, but to conclude, you forget about all the controls. You forget all the rest of the policies and things, you only do the business. See, do you heard the term called overtrading? Overtrading. No. Overtrading means selling. Sale of goods at very, very high frequency. Let's say footwear. You are selling footwear. Normally you are selling pair of shoes 10,000 per month. In a particular month, you are doing 40,000. High frequency cycle of sales we call overtrading. And overtrading is good or bad? I know you answer, you will say overtrading is good. Because you know why? You have the top line. Usually you sell 10,000. In this particular month, 40,000. Good. It's bad. This overtrading concept bringing to tell it is bad, it is not good. You know why? You only concentrate on sales. Let's see, usually 10,000 cycle means you manufacture, send to the market, collect the money, cycle start. Now what happened? You sell, don't collect the money, borrow, manufacture, sell, borrow, manufacture, sell. Your concentration is only on sales. You don't know whether money is collected and the business is runs with that. No, with the bank overdraft and what. So overtrading, you will learn. You want to be chartered accountant, so you will learn all these. The thing is, what you see is not what. Correct. See the other side. Many people think, growth, no issues. No. Because your concentration is only on growth. Rest of the things you go towards range. So be careful. But I'm very happy. You guys are super. Seriously, I'm saying. Seriously. And this, somebody said decline. I know why important a decline? Because if you start to practice corporate governance and if you sends the message to the society, hey, look, guys, we are practicing corporate governance. Our kada in a plane nigga. That's super. That way of thinking, you know, that's what I was expected to take from you guys. And it was delivered. Try this now. You know, you send messages and take it off again. That's super. Majority said maturity, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, right. So number 2, I want you guys to study Sri Lankan corporate governance. It's very simple, as majority of you all already search things, no problem. Search, have ready. But I can tell you one thing. Sri Lankan corporate governance is super compared to the other countries. Super. Sri Lankan corporate governance, one part is where this Securities and Exchange Commission. I still can remember one of the Sri Lankan most powerful minister at that time. Okay. If I tell the name, I mean, you know how powerful this guy. He was one of the very, very, very powerful minister in Sri Lanka. Young guy. And he wants to, he actually did acquire a company. And he wants to be the chairman of the company, sitting on the board. Sri Lankan corporate governance came and said, look, Minister sir, either be in the parliament or be on the board. Seriously. Sri Lankan corporate governance is like that. We have to sell it. We have to sell it. They will put a study. Best thing UK, United Kingdom. Because I mean, look at the corporate governance. Very good. So you take United Kingdom versus Sri Lanka. And do small study please. During the week for your study purpose and all. Okay. Number 3, I want to do bit of okay, let's say. Now this no need, number 4 already we discussed why and all. Number 3, before the break, I want I want to break the classroom into 2 parts. Entire classroom. Why is that? Are you imagining? Y'all must argue corporate governance save the cost. At least 3 super team here. And these people also super. You all must say no. Corporate governance incur the cost. These are the reasons. Let's to be ready 5 minutes. And to deliver also 5 minutes. I want to like have a fight. Battle only. Ready? Okay, you save, you guys incur. Only thing whether the message could pass to the entire this one, but you guys at least with those groups that earlier again but set incur save first. We are doing small exercise people on board online. Number 3, very interesting topic. Maybe you can have that way only. Y'all also do small on research online participants. Whether the corporate governance save the cost for the company or incur the cost for the company. There are those 2 there, I know, but which side you want to take more? Whether it's saving the cost for the company or whether it's incur the cost for the company. Just have 5 minutes sort of conceptual brainstorm on. And if anybody interesting, I'll ask from you maybe which one would say. It's saving or incurring. Classroom is it will be at the same one or will incur. For example, any frauds, financial frauds that could happen if corporate governance is not there. Now it's not happened. So it's saved the money. Plus no financial fraud. Some of the companies to have a better corporate governance, you need some systems up and run. Let's say approvals, payment approvals and all. You have to have a ERP. There are people can't do any blood tests, like ERP, That investment. I mean, 1 to 2 to 3 million Sri Lanka rupees. We are talking about massive. Take Oracle ERP. It's about 2 billion. 3 billion full package. So think, wider scope of this topic. We are doing small exercise, online participants. Question number 3. I can see some people are joining newly. Question number 3 on the screen. Argue yourself whether the corporate governance, when you practice in organization, it saves the cost or it incurs the cost to the organization. Don't open the conceptual thought process like a layman, but like a manager, executive, or maybe a board director. Wider scope. For example, financial frauds that could occur if no corporate governance practices. Now you practice corporate governance, because of that financial frauds can be avoided, minimized. So it's a saving. Thank you. So it's a saving. If we look at the other side, for you to practice corporate governance effectively, you need some automated system, approval process to follow, automated system like ERP. For that, you have to invest. So it will be a cost. Think about like that. You know? We are doing physical here, same exercise, so you guys can also do. Take 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. Very good. 1 point. Say the cost. Investor confidence is moving. So that it is lowering the risk. Funding risk.
When control to cash flow patterns. It reduces to take loans and it will have a income cost, interest cost. Control cash flow.
Very good, very good. Will come next. One cost. Okay. Maintenance. System maintenance. Oh. Right. That's correct. That's correct. One cost element. Employees. Employees. Or you have to train the employees. For that it will be a cost. And then it's a personal receipt. Same. Correct.
Otherwise, finding a lot of correct.
But more, you're there. It will be a cost because of that. Those are the current costs. That's right. That's right, yeah. There are ample enough tones, rational from this side. It will save the cost. Majority of them are futuristic but correct. Like if no corporate governance implemented practice, this will happen. That's all. So that we are saving the cost. The beauty of that is this side took the same because you are practicing. They are saying you have to bring auditors. You have to bring lawyers. System implementation, system maintenance. Train the people. Costly. Very good. So now you see. Now, if I ask from you guys alone individually, you have to take a call. Whether do I practice in my organization corporate governance or not? because now you have pros and cons. Leaving all the cons, if you can accommodate all those costs, this mantra to have the corporate governance because it's preserved. You can have a peaceful sleeping. Otherwise, what will happen? Story that we discuss in road. Story we discuss in Sri Lanka, but only thing I cannot mention that company name. I know one of the accountant works to that company back in the day, used to work. Our chairman used to ask from the participants of the meeting, how many companies we have? Is that company belongs to our group? Only thing collapsed. Collapsed. They never think. Same Titanic. Small leak. Enough. Very, very small financial fraud. Enough. If you get the taste of this commodity called money, that's the end of the story. Don't let that to happen. There are some directors. Sir, I want to come and get your signature for the checks. Okay, come, no problem. Where? You happy? Because in 5 minutes, you done your work, getting the signatures of bosses for the checks, kind of a matter. Finance managers always thinking, you're happy. There are some other directors. So I want to get your signature for the checks. Come at 1:30. Come at 1:30. So now 1:30, can I come? Yes. Sit. First check. This payment, wait. Take the laptop. We have paid the previous installment of this date. Here this. How many more we have to pay? You like which directly you like? First or the second? But your life is very difficult with the second. Your life is very difficult. But that's the director we are talking under corporate governance. Not the director we discussed earlier. Go, tackal diya. No. Okay. So, there are many things, but only thing, in the interest of time, personal experience. Well, that is the annual reports with stickers. These stickers. No. Annual reports. Do you know what is annual report? Okay, good. Annual report, there's a sticker. Original printed copy is there, but on top of that, there's a sticker. Anybody? It's allowed by law. If any mistakes, you have to call back all the annual reports. Don't reprint. You can place a sticker. Nobody can take the sticker out and say your annual report is wrong. By law, it's accepted. But what I'm trying to say, Can you go in front of AGM shareholders with the annual report pasting sticker? Anybody here attending annual AGM? Do it. Get all this knowledge. There was in the book. Real life, go and see. Company secretary, remember here. Albert and Company PLC financial statement ending 31st March 2025, which includes profit and loss statement, comma, statement of financial position, comma, changes in equity statement, comma. That's how company secretary reads. Fine. Profit and loss statement, statement of financial position with no commas, blunder in AGF. In this case, I may have comma at the here, full stop here. If you don't have a comma in between, you have to paste later the sticker. Stickers Galle annual report, my God, on numbers. Once you print that, you realize there's a mistake in BNN. What to do? Somebody can say all are human beings, you know, that tell this story, but someday you become finance manager or a CFO of a listed company. Life is a nightmare. You will get a handsome salary. There's no issue. If you want, I can quote the amount. But life is a nightmare. But you get that experience. What a interesting, you know. Any mistakes in annual report, finance person should be responsible. Okay. So no commas, no full stops. Part of the mistakes. Our topic is corporate governance. If you, the person, you know, would like to work in an environment where your annual report carries pasting stickers, I don't see that you into this circle. Okay. By the way, we have very interesting this one. Either we can take this next week after you study a little bit on audit committee. I want you guys to study alone. I can do it, but or else after the break. But I think it's more effective if we do it next week. You know why? I now can explain a little bit about audit committee practices in Sri Lanka, and you guys to sit and do that. I don't think that is effective. By the way, let's do it next week. I just decided while you guys doing this one. But only thing, please study. Sri Lankan corporate governance. Sri Lankan audit committee practices. What is the audit committee means? Who should be the audit committee chairman? Who are the other members? Only independent, non-executive directors. See, in a company, people, you know, other board meeting. Okay, no problem. Today's audit committee. My God. Fear factor comes to people. While independent non-executive directors, They are going to hammer the people. Very interesting. Hey, that's good. Okay, no problem. Today is the audit committee. Audit committee. Okay, so I want you guys to go through Sri Lankan audit committee chart and practices. What are they going to run? And let next week we will do. Maybe audit committee chairman can come forward, present the agenda and the decisions. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I like you guys. Role of executive directors, non-executive directors discussed. So with that, I think we are done. This session number 2, which is quite traditional, conventional style we did, but doesn't matter. Knowledge is the cup of tea. Have a break and let's convene back with the new topic. People online, what a refresh line. Okay. Let's start the. Okay. We have already concluded two chapters. Chapter number 3, I'll take it, but we already discussed. One reason why I want to reiterate, I would say emphasize the topic back again. One thing is you will have one or two questions in the paper weighted for 10 to 15 marks. Reason number 2 that I already explained. Even though I don't test, if you are able to practice, it will make you sort of incapable person as a counter. That's what we have already discussed. Not incapable, not suitable. Okay, so I'll be straight land onto the area where what are the professional ethics for accountants. These are there, but you know the 8 principles we already discussed like this. Independence, integrity. Independence is not here, but we have discussed already. Integrity, objectivity, professional competence and due care, confidentiality, professional behavior, one more thing, technical standards. And in addition to that, we took independence. I think that is not there, but we already discussed. So this is to reiterate. I have discussed one by one each of those with examples. I don't want to repeat in the paper, but even I don't test, but I mean, I not test, but even I don't test in your paper, make sure that you honor, respect, adhere to this. Now onwards, have you seen students, CA students? Have you met CA students? Some of your friends. Examination okkum ivarai. Case study also finished. Viva also finished. Still membership not awarded. You don't be so. Ever met? No. There are people. All the examination finished. Case study also finished. Viva also finished. You know what's Viva? After case study, you have to go and face for interview. Some other ones that is there for interview. There is a bunch of charges out. I'm going to rush. Take a bail case. That is not given question. So, Viva also finished. The other one cannot pass the bail. Viva. You come after this one, we are sending a paper. You know, pass the day, Viva. Same time. That also you pass. Membership not about. You call is the reason. Somebody complained to CA. Not suitable. CA member state. So many people think, especially students who are following CA, they think, "Ayo, this is not applicable to us. This is only for members." Bullshit. Applicable for them as well. That's why they are not getting the membership. Yeah, enough. That's why they are not getting membership. Don't be into that quadrant. Huh? Okay, so that's why this topic is very, very important. Already we have discussed, but I want to reiterate this brand new month of November at the beginning. This is one of the very important area for all you guys who are doing CA. If you have a wish, bless, dream to be a CA qualified, this is utmost important. I'm going to we have discussed some of the challenges, threats. Don't take me wrong. Listen to me, everybody. Don't take me wrong. Online people. See, a bit young boy, become a chartered accountant. You join the company. I still can remember the day I joined. I was just 27. How? Staff, other accountant model one of the lady or a girl at the office saying, newly recruited accountant, be a lift. It's kind of sort of a gentle kind of a help or no matter of you treat people so kind and you are a human being. How the listener take the matter is the question mark. Things can happen that you don't even think that it will happen. So, no, but be careful. We don't know from where you will be ending up with unnecessarily. That's what I want to tell you guys. Some of the things that I haven't discussed during that day when I was taking this topic. Counter, but it's just simple. This one is saying during the lunch. Be careful, especially young boys, young girls, the day you become chartered accountant. Don't try to get the attraction of the society, people in your vicinity and surround. Doing hairstyle, some other things, because you already crowned as a chartered accountant. Enough to get that traction. So we discussed many areas that this particular so-called important code of ethics of you that you want to adhere into, how that will be impaired. So we all discussed. But I was expecting taking this topic again, not I do a mistake. Consciously I took reiterate to you guys, which I did. That's all here. Now we are moving into very, very interesting topic as our chapter number 4. How this external audit, financial statement audit happens in a company organization. Let me share the course materials. Okay. There are few topics I have uploaded, especially for standards. Please take those up. Give me a minute, actually. Yes. This one. People online can see the screen.
Yes, sir, we can see that.
Thank you for the confirmation. So let's begin this interesting topic and very weighted topic, especially because of this audit plan due to many reasons later we will discuss. So it's interesting class, very weighted topic we want to take now together as a team. Be ready. Chapter number 4, audit engagement and planning. Anybody unable to mark the attendance? I put this. You want me to put again?
Sir, please, can you put again because I didn't mark.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Sir, did you share the QR code?
okay. Okay. They are there.
Yes, yes.
You are done? Okay. You can close the okay. I don't know that. That's smart class. Done? People online, something can confirm. Have you marked the attendance, please? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, I did.
Yes, sir, we did it, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay.
Thank you very
Okay,
much,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Sure, sure. Brother,
Oh, oh, kiwa.
Okay, right. Now, what we are going to discuss everybody. Now, see, I'm the auditor. You guys want to do audit of your financial statement. How this basically happened? Who invited to whom first to come and do this? There are ample enough auditors. Mama විතරක් තේරුනේ කොහොමද? You know, this is what comes under audit engagement. And thereafter, the biggest topic, I've got topics tonight in this external audit financial statement, biggest well-weighted 3 topics: audit planning, audit evidence, audit report. If you are smart, or I would say master of these 3, you are done. Audit planning, audit evidences, audit report. One of that we are going to discuss, audit planning. Before that, audit engagement. Okay, so very, very interesting. So let's start with audit engagement. That's what I asked the question. How you guys as a company select me as auditor? This is the process of selecting the auditor by an organization. If you want the support of qualified auditor in Sri Lanka, which you believe, the purpose is to better the accounts, you have the financial statement, you want to borrow some money, then go get audited accounts only. Very simple. Now you want to search, seek suitable auditor. You have to put in the newspaper. That's one big method. You have to publish sort of advertisement in the newspaper. We are looking for auditors to audit our financial statement. We are into this industry, plantation. We are into this industry, manufacturing footwear. Little bit of a history of the company. Publish paper notice. Step number 1. Payment good one. You have to take a call from somebody you know. Fine. That's fine. But especially the listed company PLC, you have to put a press notice. I'll tell why phone call is not allowed later. But if you are a family, private limited company, only there's audit. Can you do that? Fine. You call chartered accountant. Who can do? No problem. I'm talking to you this more polite, formal way of conducting the business. Proceeding. Press notice. You can see the client here who are looking for auditor, and you can see the prospective bunch of auditors in Sri Lanka awaiting this side. Here the client who wants. This is what I told you. Invitation. Send in the invitation. Very first step of selecting auditor is invitation by the client who wants the support of auditor. And the most formal method is publishing in the newspaper the requirement. Weekend papers, it will be there. Looking for auditors. So that is the step number 1, invitation. Step number 2, the external auditors, chartered accountants who believes that you can perform the audit of this company organization based on the paper notice, you are sending the proposal. Now the audit firm, auditor should respond to the invitation and send the proposal. In that proposal, you must tell all the stories. What is your audit firm name? How many chartered accountants, partners, managers, qualified people, how many similar audits you have done previously, your client base, everything you can include. Because you want to win the race, I can tell you like that. And approximately the audit fee. We will be charging this much approximately from you should include into the proposal. Hey, but here is the invitation. I love music, seriously. Here is the proposal that you receive. Respond to the invitations. Once the proposals received, you have to sit together inside the client, managing director, CEO, I don't know, whoever want to sit together, select the auditor. Now the thing is, Sri Lankan, most of the companies selecting the auditor, considering the factor, I mean proposal leki jati godak thiyena factors. Unfortunately, most of the Sri Lankan companies select the auditor considering the factor that they should never consider selecting the auditor. Sri Lanka, Madam is still developing. After many years, there is a list of factors included into the proposal. I don't know for what reason. Many companies, organizations take the final decision with the factor which should not consider at all. Anybody here thinks what's that factor? Yes. Unfortunately, that is the approximate audit fee. That is very, very, very wrong way of selecting auditor. But no, but it's their decision. By the way, so they take the decision who should be the auditor. And once the decision taken, that should be communicated back to that auditor, and that is the confirmation. First, the invitation, acceptance by the auditor, not sure whether you get it or not. Now you get the confirmation that you get it. Now, okay, we'll discuss in a minute. Now, this particular statement have a relationship with this process. Auditor cannot sell, means it is the only service on this earth. Product. You cannot sell. Lecturing, of course, you can sell. Like though you can switch on the TV. How many lecturers say I'm the best, come here like that? Posters. Lawyers can sell. Auditors can't sell. Auditors cannot put any paper advertisement saying that we are audit firm, we are providing these services. You can't put any paper advertisement. You can't put any other commercials in a television, radio, no. You can't put any sort of promotions to your audit firm or you as an individual auditor, you can't do that. I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, auditors cannot sell the service of audit, saying that I'm the best. I can provide these services. Maybe unfortunately, no, we can say like that. So you want to be an auditor, but you cannot sell your service. There is a particular reason why this barrier is there for auditors. All the other product services you can sell, audit cannot sell. It's a problem. I mean, by its virtue, it's a problem. There is a particular reason, there are few, but there's a particular reason why the audit cannot sell. Then you understand that is reasonable to say audit service cannot sell. Can somebody tell why you can't sell the service of audit? External audit, financial statement audit cannot sell. I mean, like the day you become internal auditor, you can ask for salaries and you can join with the company. Then it's like you're selling yourself. But external financial statement audit, no, you can't sell. Any particular reason why you can't sell? Unreasonable. No idea. Don't you think it's unreasonable? But still, it's there. Any reason? Out of little, you want to tell something? This boy, yeah.
If we sell, we need to satisfy the client's needs.
Okay.
But in audit, we have to be right or wrong, we have to be right. If they are wrong, we need to tell.
Almost there. Very good. Almost there. Can lawyers are there? But I'll stop at that point. I'll stop at that point, please. But this boy said, here, audience, lawyers should be also safe. So I'll stop at that point, but they can say, simple. You all are adults, you have knowledge to think differently the things. I'll stop at that point. Auditor cannot say, very simple. You're almost there, very good. And leaving others to also do a small empirical research on this during the week. Why this? There. Now, even now, some of you guys wants to join with audit firms. Take Sunday papers. Here, advertisement. We are recruiting audit trains. Bring next week to the class. If that advertisement carries, we are the best auditors. If you any message promoting, bring to next week class. Now you understand the level of prohibition goes. Even recruitment advertisement you can't. Okay, let's talk about that point. By the way, you have a task to do. Search a little bit why it is, but I can say now. But this is the process. Now, once you receive the confirmation, ಇದು ಯಾರಿಗೆ auditor happy. Why you are happy? Because you won the race. Out of the others. It was a battle on the field. So you won the race. So you are happy. So once you receive the confirmation, don't be belied. I'm not telling you that. Okay, step by step I will tell you. Megha, see, it's very carefully you have to handle this. That's why I want to tell like this. You receive the confirmation, be happy, that's fine, everything. Now, how do you exactly know you are appointed? You are receiving the letter, very good. From whom? This company, very good. Signed by whom? Letter signed by whom? We are happy to announce we have selected you as the auditor to do the audit of proposed financial statement of our company, so and so story. Signed by whom? Let's say it's a company, signed by whom? Accountant. Signed by whom? Sorry, shareholders? Shareholder. Okay. Signed by whom? Sign. Let's take a sign. Who? Management. Question. Finance manager. Signed by shareholder. Okay, see. I'm very happy with the I'm happy with all the answers because you have responded, but I'm very happy with the answer shareholder. However, practically, shareholders don't sign letters of company. Now you can tell me the answer. On behalf of shareholders who are acting. Now directors, maybe discuss to executive directors, non-executive directors. Now you all know, please. If your letter is not signed by a director, you are not appointed by law. If your letter is not signed by the director, you are not appointed. Okay, right. So be careful. Now let's say you have received the letter signed by the board director. Okay. Okay. Partially be happy because it's not easy. Tapi කෙනෙක් service එකක් provide කරන professional කෙනෙක්. I'm also doing like that. But you know, I repeatedly say this. Still, I don't know the rate. 1 month now. Auditor, කොච්චර මාන්සි වෙන්න ඕනේද responsibility carry කරන්න. Let's say your audit fee is 1 million. Okay. Be happy because as a professional with all the knowledge, experience, they are willing to pay you 1 million after about a month. It's very difficult task. Mammoth responsibility. But they will not pay. They will not pay. කොහොමද audit එක ඉවරලා කිව්වට in audit, you can't request for advance. In case they file a case against you, morning discussion, not morning, after the break, code of ethics is violation. monetary interest. නඩුව කතා කරන්නේ audit එක කරන්නේ සල්ලි ගන්නවා. Be careful. No any company pay advances for auditors. Why? Violation of independence. Monetary interest. Yeah. These are very interesting. You know, you have to see all these, why these things are happening in this field of audit. Audit is completed. 1 million. You can't even raise invoice, but for that matter, you say, this is my kind of the work done, 1 million. They will not pay. What you can do? What you can do? Saling kita perhatikan pula tentang bauran. Baik, dia tidak. Saya miskin. If they don't pay, what you can do? Tu bagaimana apa? Others, yes, he got it. I can do that. Monetary interest. Partially happy given, be partially happy. If the client is only 1 million pay, you are happy. Don't know. So this is very tough. This one, what to do? That's the nature. Now, confirmation received, board director signed, partially happy. You want to consider many things. It's 11:30 the time. That's what this one. Okay. Exactly 11:30. Oh, what's it? 11:30. I told you that 11:34. Maximum 5 minutes. Okay. Board director sign. You know everything you can't claim. You still have coverage.
කෙල්ලක් වැඩක් මගේ වැඩ මේ
You have to be more careful because of the girl. Yeah, board director sign, you know, can't claim everything, no advance, but still you have a courage, energy. Now you want to start the audit. You have a list of things to be considered. CA paper එකකට මම සමානලාට inputs දෙනවා. like I said, one of such occasion මම කිව්වා මේ ප්‍රශ්න දාන්න paper එකට. Before start the audit, what are the factors auditor should consider? කියලා අපි හදුවා marking scheme එක. got that? Code of ethics. Whether my code of ethics will breach, whether I have skill, whether I have resources. Let's say it's a plantation. Madhusima plantation. You have only 4 staff members with the desktop computers. I'm not insulting. Can you carry all these into state? So I'm asking. But all the Madhusima plantation, the areas like, you know, the state factories are outside Colombo, Hatton, Muskegon, or area. This area. You can't carry desktop and all. 4 people. I'm not insulting again. But you can't because you don't have a physical resources plus human resources. Your decision is, sorry, I cannot accept this audit. They are marking scheme. If one student or somebody is addressed this point, will allocate the entire marks. That's not in the books as well. But matter of interest, before you start an audit of a client, young, very rarely, do not mark happy when no, yeah. One fraction. You don't start audit because of this. Not that you have resources barriers, code of ethics, done. You are ready now. This is the only factor you decided not to accept. And that is nobody's thinking. Is that a factor auditor should not accept an audit of a client? That's it, code of ethics. Good, I appreciate your effort. Code of ethics done, resources done, everything is done. This is like, nowhere, but suddenly your decision is because of that. That's why this auditing is very practical. My dear young participants, very, very, very practical topic. Now we are starting gradually these practical things discussion. Because you know the reason. Client organization is engaged small business, which is illegal. Client organization, major business operation is manufacturing footwear and selling the local market. Done, fine. But there's a small piece of business illegal. Some way illegal. If you accept the audit, if somebody sue against you, you can't escape. That means you encourage that illegal business. And that's for the day. Thank you so very much and all the very best. Okay, let's meet next week. People online, all the very best. Next week. Thanks.